Welcome everybody here in YouTube land. This is episode 4 of the ERA Weekly podcast. Got a jam-packed show for you today, but first off, I'm joined by Jonathan Christopher,
Yep.
James Panko,
Hola.
Ronnie Head,
Good evening.
and John Diekmann.
What's going on?
Nothing much, guys. How's everybody doing today?
Turning into the living dead.
I know as of this time, we literally just got done with the Las Vegas test. And the brand new endurance series that the ERA is coming out with. So I guess we'll start off first with John Diekmann. He now runs the ERA endurance series, and he's going to explain to us the details and what it is.
Yeah, so the plan on that is kind of like create a mixture of like a K&N series kind of thing with Xfinity per se. So it's going to be a multi-class race with GT3 cars being raced by your D and rookie class drivers. So like with your road racing, and your GTE will be raced by your C class and above. And the reason for that is C and above can do the endurance race like the 24 hours of Daytona and stuff. So since they can do more official stuff, we'll put them in more of a serious league or group together. And this is going to be a fixed series for the 12 races, and each race is every third week. With the first race starting at the 24 or for Daytona at February 24th. But should be fun. Just try and get people interested and get used to the whole road racing stuff.
And that sounds fun. I know it's something that a lot of people's been trying to get off the ground for. Well, okay, a lot of people has harassed me about it, and I've thought there's been no interest in it. And just here recently, guys started to show big interest after the big monumental 24 hours of Daytona win by you and Kaplan and Jonathan and Toby.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's kind of like one of those things where we're going to try to catch lightning in the bottle for sure. It's not meant to be taken serious. We don't expect, everyone to finish every race and stuff like that. So it's just like a learning experience to get people going, because there were a lot of people watching us race that. So try to open up that door a little bit to the road racing for some of you oval folks.
Y'all got anything for Diekmann at the moment? All right, I guess from there on, I guess we'll break in.
James was about to say something, but that was you breathing. I'm looking forward to the series. I can't wait to see how it turns out.
I mean, I look forward to doing what I can afford to.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Like with James, and if any other driver, your situation is, man, you don't have all the tracks. I don't expect you guys to go buy everything. It's just something that, hey, if you're not doing anything Monday night, want to do some laps of road racing fun, then come on, join and have some fun.
Absolutely. I guess first we will break into some ERA news, breaking news. Longshot Motorsports has officially signed, I'm going to probably butcher his name here.
I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Dan Imedi.
Yep, we'll go with Dan Imedi. He is officially going to be piloting the 6 car for our 2020 campaign here in the K&N series. It's just going to be a K&N deal. Also, and this is something that is going to be breaking news even to my own team members. Sorry, Ronnie.
Wow.
Longshot Motorsports has also signed Artie Peterson Jr. to the Cup Series roster. So he's going to be joining us. He had a win last year at Darlington. So very excited to bring him on board. Other than that, big news on the iRacing landscape. We're getting a patch tomorrow with some very lovely content, and I guess the first conversation getter here is Oval is finally getting AI.
Soft launch, anyway.
Soft launch, but because they're only getting 2 tracks, yeah, whatever. But this is good. I know AI it's kind of a back and forth subject for iRacing people out there. I know there's some guys, as I've seen on forums and stuff, really downplay it. They kind of put their nose off of it. And
Like, did none of us start racing against the AI at first?
that
Like,
that's what I'm saying. And like the way I look at it, this could be a chance for other guys that's really not comfortable in a pack to actually race with a pack and not have to worry about destroying somebody else and ruining their race and ruin your safety rating. Because I mean that not everybody is comfortable in a pack out from the get go. I mean there is some people out there that you really don't want to be around them because they tend to get nervous, and then next thing you know you're in the wall.
yeah, just go to any or just go any hosted Daytona lobby.
Yeah.
Or Carb Cup.
Oh yeah.
Carb Cup is a perfect example.
Yes. So I guess I'll open it up there for the AI discussion. Any of you guys got any thoughts about it? Anything you're excited for?
I'm excited to run it so I can get to practice more and, like you said, the pack racing without idiots.
What so I saw there's like things you could change with them. What's like, can you change like their aggressiveness, or what is the what's the customization with it?
From what I'm noticing, from reading this, I'm actually just getting caught up on it now. Is apparently their behavior has been, a variety of activities have been upgraded, including throttle and brake application, their pace lap driving, low speed driving, deceleration actions, drafting tactics, two wide racing, learning individual track corners, racing in traffic, opponent car location prediction, caution flag flying, and then passing while pitting. So
As
I
of-
guess,
While pitting?
As
Yeah.
of right now, all the things that you can change on AI is the driver skill. This is all on a scale from 0 to 100. You can change driver skill, driver aggression, driver optimism, driver smoothness, driver age. Don't know how much that really factors in. The pit crew skill and pitting strategy riskiness. And that's all you can change at the moment, unless I'm completely missing something here.
Is driver age supposed to be like, if you want to get used to hearing like 9-year-olds on the mic and it's just like a bunch of squeaky toys?
And that or people start having heart attacks around the racetrack.
So you can set the driver age. Max age is 90 years old. So if we pass that dude and he ain't peeking over the top of the steering wheel, something's wrong.
Looks like
Uh,
Richard
32
Petty.
car had a stroke in turn 2.
Or Morgan Shepherd.
Oh.
I'm gonna say Richard Petty when he did the throwback race at Darlington.
I can still beat Danica.
I mean,
I think if they got the AI good enough, once they get it on the mile and a half to short tracks and they tweak on it and fine tune it, to the point where you could almost fill out the remainder of your league field. Wherever you finish is the points you get, even if you finish.
I'm sure at some point that's coming down the line.
I think that would be pretty
I
sweet.
would not be surprised if they do that in just hosted rooms only. I mean, there's some pretty cool stuff you could do with that. I mean, I'll be that as it may, I have some crazy harebrained ideas if that ever happens. I've done thought about that. I've done thought about a new YouTube series with this shit, but yeah, we'll just see how it pans out.
Of course you have.
Oh yeah, you know I'm on that.
Yeah, that brain runs 500 miles a minute.
I know. Sometimes I wish it'd slow down.
Yeah,
in
it always
one
hits a
place,
wall. That's
though.
the problem.
Exactly.
But yeah, I mean, again, there was one thing I've seen on the forums when it was posted. There was a comment from a guy, I can't even remember who it was, but he was like, now this is not a sim anymore, it is truly a game. And in hindsight, where it could probably compete with other games now that it has AI, yeah, I can give it that, but I think at the end of the day, it's still a sim.
I'd agree with that. They're not making you race against AI, so it's completely up to you whether you race against them or not. So I don't think it really detracts. They're just trying to reach a broader audience and make more money. If we're being honest, that's what every business tries to do.
Yeah.
So, power to them.
I mean, it's a good model practice. So.
Plus, if you're running if you're trying to create a setup, you can race and see how you're
Yeah.
having to jump in
Absolutely.
an official race.
I mean, it's just another tool to be easier for people to ease into racing online. Instead of just jumping into a car immediately, you can have time turning laps against other cars without the risk of someone yelling at you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, is it to the point yet to where you can have like 5 or 6 people run together with the AIs?
No, they
Or
haven't even
just
done
solo
that yet.
AI running?
It's just solo AI running.
See, I think if you were to start doing that, like start filling a field with AI, that's starting to lose its purpose.
I think at some point they will, but just for hosted rooms and something to just fuck around with.
Just moving roadblocks.
Yeah.
Oh, imagine like a 24-hour race and you just put like the AI to 0.
Oh, Jesus. Be some good practice avoiding idiots if you get in a bottom split.
Yeah, right. Just get a prototype and just try it like that.
So this one's well, some of you dirt track guys or local short track racers will know about this. Apparently, they've added a new caution mode for iRacing coming tomorrow. Apparently, this is going to be the cautions do not count, where full course cautions, when a caution would happen, instead of the laps counting while we're pacing under the pace car, the laps will no longer count. This is a thing that a lot of short track oval racing does. Dirt tracks.
Well, the All-Star race does that too.
Yep, the All-Star race. See, now you can actually have a legit All-Star race.
That's what I was getting ready. Was going to ask. Like, so with the no lap or caution laps not counting, is that just for dirt or is that for?
So this is what this is basically what I'm reading. I think it's an option for all the tracks from what I'm reading so far. Yep. Yeah, I believe it's Oh, so apparently fuel is not consumed either.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
That I don't.
Wait, what?
I don't know about that.
And he lost us.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
okay,
if you don't want to count the laps, that's one thing. But you
so
still,
I
that's
guess
you're
I'm
still
gonna,
burning fuel.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna
Yeah.
read this for verbatim here. A new caution mode has been added. Full course cautions where caution laps do not count as race laps. The caution mode is modeled after short track oval racing where laps under caution are not counted, though it is not intended to exactly mirror any particular series set of rules. DNC cautions functions as follows. At the instant the caution flag is flown, the field ordering is determined. There is no racing back to the line. One goal is the rollback, scoring to the prior completed lap, thus undoing any passing that might have occurred during the lap that brings out the caution. This is accomplished as followed. The lead contender on track and all cars behind them to the SF line are ordered as to their most recent lap crossing. Laps are no longer scored for the set of cars until the green flag following the caution period. The cars on track behind the start-finish line backwards to the lead contender on the track are recorded as to their most recent lap crossing. So I'm guessing if your laps, whatever you were on the lap down, that's where you are whenever the caution flies. That's going to probably make lucky dogs and stuff like really hard.
Well, and I think, like you said, that's just really for your dirt track guys.
Yeah,
if you want to do a special event.
Yeah, this is going to be really for your dirt track guys.
I'm not a dirt track guy, so I don't know what to say.
Yeah, I've watched some stuff like that. Okay, any cars not on the track when the caution flies will be placed at the back of the field when they exit the pits, and will not have any laps scored during the caution period. If the selector restart setting, single, double, whatever, indicates that lap cars are to go to the back of the field for the restart, and lap cars will not be given a waiver round to unlap themselves. As the caution is ending, then lap cars will be placed in the initial place order. Cars will be directed to fall behind the lead lap cars. It's pretty much our normal stuff.
Okay. Yes.
The
Cool
last
stuff.
Yeah. When nearing the end of the caution laps, lap cars will become commingled with the lead lap cars due to pitting, will again be directed to fall back and let lead cars by. With this new caution mode enabled, fuel is not consumed during these potential extra laps.
Wow, that's kind of messed up.
Yeah. For created a hosted session in the iRacing beta. Of course, they're putting it all in the iRacing beta.
Well, I mean, I will say I'll play devil's advocate in the sense of with the whole fuel not counting thing. If you're doing dirt racing, then what's the point? You're not going to have. I mean, how many dirt races do you know ended because someone didn't have enough fuel on board? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
pit,
this is going to be mainly for dirt. I know. Trust me, I know there's going to be people that's going to try it on short tracks or plate racing. Jesus, could you imagine that on plate racing?
No.
I think Putting Esports might.
Oh, whoa,
Oh,
too
you're running out of time, buddy.
soon. Too soon.
Are we not taking shots on this podcast? My bad.
No, we can.
Too late. Shots fired.
Yeah, we
We're
can
not,
get
we're not
in.
taking shots. We're outgoing.
Yeah, we can get into that at some point.
Time for lynching.
Toward the end. Yeah, that was a mess. So yeah, that's the big. Them are two of the big things. Other than that, the NASCAR Cup cars are all getting renamed. They're no longer going to be the monster cars. They're going to be they're going to be called NASCAR Cup, and it's whatever their manufacturer name is due to the real world branding.
Yeah, because they're changing the name of the series, right?
Yeah,
it's
every
NASCAR
2
weeks.
Cup. I don't even know. There's like 4 sponsors, but apparently the V7 tires are going to get adjusted to improve straight line stability. I believe this is the tire warmer stuff that they were talking about, helping out with. So looks like all the Cup cars are getting it. The trucks, the K&N car. So we're going to be on a new tire tomorrow, boys.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh, someone better tell Nick.
Well, I'm sure it's going to be more stable. We ain't going to be so, tippy-toeing it. But other than that, it looks like pretty straightforward stuff. Atlanta, I know Atlanta got some track surface parameters updated, along with like Bristol and Chicago. So
Have they finally taken down the grandstands in turn 3? Because that sucker's been gone for quite a while.
And apparently New Hampshire got the animated flagman. And
boy, I'm so glad.
I know. The one that kind of threw me off while I was reading this earlier is Gateway is now going to be named Worldwide Technology Raceway due to the branding that that track now sponsors them. So
yeah, that's the same thing like with ISM and with Phoenix. That's no longer.
Yeah, that's going to probably be changed in the next patch, but not this one, but the next one. But yeah, that's pretty much all our patch notes here. A lot of stuff. And what are you guys excited for?
Not the size of the download, I'll tell you that.
I'll say probably the tire warmers. It'll probably give a different, or be a different feel for racing.
Yeah. I've been noticing a lot of since I've been trying to do a little bit more official, a lot of one lap accidents or guys getting loose and. I mean, go ahead.
I was gonna say, but the tire warmer thing, they wouldn't put it.
You keep going in and out.
I was gonna say the tire warmers. That's not gonna be in play for stock car racing, though, right?
Yeah,
He just
said
it will be.
all
It'll
the
be
Cup cars, all the Cup stuff, all the way down. Yeah, all the way down to the archive stuff too. That's just so basically all it's gonna do is the tire warmers is a fancy way of them saying that it's not the car tires aren't gonna be so cold compared to where they've been recently. We're diving into turn 1 and we're getting loose. Like,
that's one thing I've noticed too in the last few races, like in the K&N Monday nights or whatever. The lack of people that warm up their tires like on their.
Yeah.
Oh, I sure as hell warm them up.
Yeah, ever since Nim did that forum post saying it's legal to do so, I've been trying to do it as much as possible.
I don't need it.
Shut up. All right, so I guess we'll break down into it. We had a race at Auto Club last week. It was pretty interesting. It got a little crazy there at the end. We ran 55 laps, 5 cautions. Surprised there was that many. 2 lead changes. It was very Auto Club like, to say the least.
One of those changes was when I took the lead for 1 lap.
Yeah, he literally
and
led.
that was it.
Yeah, Levi led 54 laps. Ronnie led 1. I'm looking at it. Qualifying wise, Nick Boyd started on the pole. We had 24 cars show up, so big turnout. I know we got guys still doing stuff during the off season, so they should be coming back. It should be getting close to the season. So yeah, I guess we'll get some point of views from guys that was in the race. I guess we will start off with old Jonathan Christopher. How was your race there at Auto Club?
I wasn't bad. I think I started outside pole, didn't I?
Not at Auto Club. You actually started 15th.
Oh, wrong race. I mean, I finished 5th, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah. Right up in around the top 5 all race long. Like you said, Auto Club is Auto Club.
Yeah.
Um,
And I guess we can go on down the list. Old Panko started 18th, finished 3rd. How was your race?
Well, it started off crappy in the first lap. Whoever crashed, I crashed right into him.
Oh, that was Toby. Toby was the first caution.
I had nowhere to go, so I T-boned
I was about
him.
to say the same thing. I watched it from the cockpit. Next thing you know, here's Toby, and here comes Mr. Panko and go bam. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, but I recovered very nicely. Used my fast repair, kept my nose clean, and on pit strategy, just got up to the front and stayed there.
Yeah, definitely. I guess Diekmann, I guess we'll get with you. You started 6th, or no, you finished 6th. You started 5th. I believe you somehow got to the back and you were trying to charge up there with the pit strategy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Well, Ronnie and Levi, I caused the first or the second caution that then started bleeding all the other cautions because I thought I could save the car and I realized I don't have talent yet. But yeah, ended up getting it back from that. Took 2 tires and stayed out and was able to just pick cars one off at a time and got to 6th place and finished my race right there.
Yeah, I mean, you made it exciting. I guess Ronnie, we'll get to you. How was your Auto Club race?
The first 30 laps were pretty good. Then it was the inverse of James's race, unfortunately, because I was about a 10th of a second behind Levi. Yeah, I know. I was about a 10th of a second behind Levi for almost the entire first 20 whatever laps, with the exception of like 4 different laps, and then the rest of the time I was just tucked in behind him the whole time. And then Diekmann had his accident, and then we had another accident, I think 5 laps later. And after having practiced that week, 5 laps on tires, I felt like was going to be a big difference because I had no reason to think we weren't going to go green to the end because we'd raced so clean up to that point. Because like that first lap wreck, I felt like that was an anomaly because it seemed like we had the ability to go green all the way to the end, and we unfortunately didn't. So I pitted from 2nd and came back out 12th and just never recovered because by the time I was finally starting to get going, I'd get stuck behind somebody, and short of running them over, it was just pretty hard to pass, which I hadn't really been in that situation because the night before at the practice, I had run 2nd the entire race then too, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So just wasn't really in a position to pass somebody for position other than the lead, so I didn't know any better. So
yeah, it was rough. I mean, I started right with you. I got involved. I had a lap 1 incident. Like I think I was coming behind you. After somebody literally messages me before the race, "Hey, this car is gonna snap tight just out of nowhere. Like, they're just warning you." And I think you even told Toby too, and that's what happened to me and him both.
Yep. Well,
Thanks for
my advice was it was gonna do it around lap 12 or so.
Yeah.
It happened on the first lap, unfortunately.
Yeah, like I even I let Diekmann in front of me, and I stayed behind him because I wanted to let him go through. I didn't want to fight him.
Yeah.
And then it just broke tight up into the wall, so I hit the wall. I did manage to get it away from the track on the apron.
And about 3 seconds later, another teammate goes careening into the wall and catches James up about 2 seconds after that. It was a mess.
Yeah.
So, thank goodness for Fashion Pair.
And then, my race was kind of eventful because I was 24th after that caution. When you guys took the green flag on that, I was just now entering turn 4. I managed to get all the way up to 13th before that Diekmann caution happened. So I did kind of work my butt off to get back up there, which, like my complimentary stuff about the field is like, when we get to about 15th or so, it's really getting hard to pass. I mean, I think the competition compared to where it was last year is a lot better than what it was, at least up front. So, yeah, and then I played pit strategy wrong, and I got back there with Ronnie, and we're like, hey, we got 10 laps to go. We can run these guys down on a couple or fresher tires. And
you have no idea how happy we were. You guys all pitted.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
we all faked it. You all took it.
I didn't I was sitting there. I was like, I don't care what Levi does. I'm pitting, because like I said, I felt like that was going to be the difference. 5 lap if we go integrated, then 5 lap better tires are going to be the difference. So I didn't care what he did. I was coming the whole time, and then it did not work out. So we put that in the notebook for sure.
Yes.
Anything less than 10 laps, don't get tires.
It just depends. It's something we had to try. I mean, I think if it went green from that point on. Yeah, I think it would have made a huge difference.
That is exactly what I was banking on. It just didn't work out.
Yeah, I figured Auto Club had been getting and even we've been getting like decent runs. So I mean, it was really hard to guess. But Levi started third, won the race, led 54 laps, had a dominating performance. Hopefully he might be for his sake. Hopefully he can pull that off in the when we actually hit here. Surprise is Brendan Parker finishing second. He started 16th. And old James Panko finished third. It was a Boyd Esports 1, 2, 3. So that was pretty nice.
Now,
Frank,
did ERA look at any of their cars or anything like that?
We haven't got that. We haven't got that good yet.
All I'm saying is something's fishy.
Yeah,
we're getting beat by a bunch of electric motors.
Yeah, they put them damn Teslas. Anyway, Frank,
don't look under the hood. Just don't look under the hood.
Just don't look under the hood. Nothing to see here.
Anyway, Frank Dawson finished fourth. Good, probably his best finish I think he's had all preseason. He's had it rough, and the 14th all the way to 4th. He made that gamble.
That was his first race back.
No, Daytona. He did Daytona.
Oh, did he?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's when he.
we're not counting that cluster.
Yeah, I remember. Somebody wrecked him. Yeah. Yeah, he led a lot of that race. I forgot about that.
I think he might even got the pole too. I can't remember.
I think he did.
And y'all are his friends. Tisk,
I know.
Tisk.
Hey, I have the mind of a squirrel.
You like to fuck squirrels? What?
Shut up.
We're going to cut that.
Anyway, Jonathan Christopher wound up getting 5th after starting 15th, so strong run for him. Again, Diekmann 6th, started 5th, and then Alex Boyd, who's been having a pretty good preseason himself, finished 7th after starting 12th, and Sean McDonald, he finishes 8th after starting 6th.
McDonald.
Oh, yeah, I said it wrong. My bad.
Yeah.
And Ryan
Apologies
Shiro.
to Sean.
Yeah, sorry, Sean. And Ryan Shiro finished 9th after starting 9th. And Mike Aiello Jr. started 19th, finished 10th. That was the storm I seen. That battle for 10th, man. There was
like 6 cars.
Yeah.
Going right at it, and we were right behind them. So.
Yeah. Yeah, we were coming. We just ran out of laps. So Mike's got it, and then my new driver Dan, I'm Eddie. Sorry. Finished 11th, started 13th. So glad I picked that guy up.
Dan, feel free to tell us how to actually pronounce your name.
Yeah.
Next time we see you.
Yep, and then me and Ronnie, 12th and 13th, started 2nd and 4th. 2 top 5 starts, and we just suck it up.
Yeah, we put all our chips on black 25, and it didn't work out.
No, hell no, it didn't. Behind us, Tyler Davis finished 14th, started 11th, and then Nick Boyd. I think he's in the same boat that we are. I think he's doing a lot of experiments to see what he can do and can't do. I don't think he's finished had a top 5 this entire preseason.
Did he win Atlanta?
Did he win Atlanta?
No, he won. Well, wait, no. Yes, he did.
He did. I forgot. Yeah, he did win Atlanta. I think he's only had one top 5, and that was Atlanta, because I know we wrecked at Daytona.
Anything can happen there, so I'd throw
Yeah,
that one
spun
out.
at Richmond. I think he did 2 tires.
He did.
Yep. And then here, he pitted with us, and we all paid for it. Toby Weatherford, he started 16th, or he finished 16th, started 8th. He had a rough, the Californian had a rough go at it from the lap 1. Jeff Spooner finished 17th. He started 7th. I think Jeff got into an incident early.
I think he did too, because I'm almost positive Jeff was running right around 5th or 6th for a long time.
Jeff was having a strong car. I was racing him there earlier. And I think old Joel Rogue finished 18th, started 21st. Also 19th, Daryl Whitford. He started 23rd. 20th, I believe this was one of the last cautions. Jerry Scalise, he started 20th, finished 20th. I think him and somebody got into it up front. I think he stayed out. I just can't remember who he got into it with. Rusty Capel, he had a rough go. He was a lap down, finished 21st. Not a very uncharacteristic race for Rusty. And then 22nd was Larry Leach. Started 22nd as well. 23rd was Danny Ryan. He started 10th. 24th was Jim Courtney. He started 17th. And that was your results from Auto Club. So let's go around the table here. What takeaways did we have from this preseason race at Auto Club?
If we get a long green flag run, we'll be good to go. But it's like everybody's favorite Uncle Daryl Waltrip says, cautions breed cautions. We had that one caution with John, and then we had another 4 after that. I think if I remember correctly, we had 8 or is either 8 or 12 green flag laps from lap 29 to the end of the race. And that's not great.
No, that's not.
But it's preseason. We're learning some stuff, and felt like for the most part everybody was racing each other really clean and whatnot. So.
Oh yeah, it was fun.
It was a good race.
Yeah, no, actually it was. It was. Yep. I think race-wise, it was our most funnest race that we've had.
Yeah.
Competition-wise. I'm gonna try to look and see.
That may change. Tomorrow might be a little more interesting if the last couple laps of our test in Vegas from tonight was any indication.
Hey.
Watch out, James.
Vegas.
Pass away from that 21.
Yeah, Vegas was.
Yeah, that dude's a knucklehead.
Our test was rough. So yes, we had a caution for Toby Weatherford, lap 0, is what it says as I'm reading. Yeah. Trying to read. The caution was for Diekmann. That was on lap 26. The next caution was on lap 36. This was by Dan. I think that might have been the one Dan and Jerry. Jerry and Dan was the one that got in the caution. And then we went green on lap 40. And we had a caution on lap 43. That was 55, I believe, Danny Ryan. And then a caution for the 1. So that was our last caution that set up the
green, white, checkered there at the end.
Yep. And apparently, Larry Leach got a stop and go penalty.
That happened.
At the end, right at the end, I think.
No, it was earlier than that. I think because if I remember correctly, it was somewhere close to the middle of the race. Because when I was watching the replay, I remember seeing him duck down again.
Could
if I
be.
remember, yeah. So
yeah, other than that, guys, we have Vegas tomorrow. Well, as of recording this, it's tomorrow.
We didn't want to talk about that Daytona recruitment race.
No, we don't.
James, I don't know what you're
No, it
talking
was
about.
great. Let's do that.
Whoa.
It was a breakfast. I think we did get a couple people that actually did want to join. So, I mean, it did its purpose, but I guess we can't get into that. The Xfinity Series will be holding their recruitment stuff Wednesday. Have you decided what track you're going to do that at, Jonathan?
I have not yet. Probably like Charlotte, since it's probably going.
Fair enough. That probably would work. So
as
be
long
on
as
the
it's
lookout
not
for
Daytona.
that.
Dear
Yeah.
God,
Yeah,
no.
I'm not gonna do a plate race.
Amen.
Yeah, y'all's going to be filled with plate racing next week. So
I was gonna say, even though the following week is our season opener.
Well, I
Yeah.
trust the people in the league. We get some of these yahoos that just join up, and it's just like they would find a way to wreck one of those cars they have at Six Flags. It's on the rails, it's incredible.
Yeah, it definitely is. Some people just get in there and don't really pay attention. But we also have the Cup Series. I believe he is going to be. I think he's doing Phoenix as a recruitment race. That's where we're at in A Open. So that'll be the last one he gets in before the season starts. Man, next week, man.
Ooh, sneak it up on us.
Yep, Xfinity will be having their season opener. The Cup will be having their season opener, and I believe K&N we might do a fun duels race just to get everything ready.
Do it on Monday night before.
I think we're actually doing it Tuesday. We're just gonna do the duel. We're just gonna have a fun event just to get people ready. And then K&N will be starting up on the 18th for our big Daytona race. So it's the season is right around the corner.
And February 24th is my Daytona race.
Yep, and he's got his Daytona race. So it's like we're gonna have a whole month of Daytona.
I hope you guys like Daytona.
Let's just load up and go to the beach, guys.
Got to move the boat off the track.
Oh yeah.
Ruin the modified race.
Oh no.
All right, guys. Last but not least, I think we might have hit everything. Is there anything that we are missing that we need to talk about?
You want to talk about the podium?
You know what? Let's. How many of you guys actually watched the Podium Esports event?
I'm raising my hand.
I caught little snippets, but not the whole thing.
I watched.
I watched it, and it was a rough weekend. Apparently, there's a lot of controversy. A lot of guys were upset, and there's a lot of shady stuff that was kind of happening behind the scenes of the Podium Esports League. I guess the first thing is Jesse Kaplan and Jonathan Law from the ERA, I believe, attempted to make the 500. When I watched it, I believe it was the heat race, or no, it was either the heat or the LCQ. I can't remember which one Jesse was in. I want to say it was the LCQ. They had it set from 30 laps or 30 minutes for the race. So the race actually did not end on laps. It ended on time. And there was a big shitstorm from that. Because
they ended under caution. They had a caution
Well, didn't
come out
even do
with
that.
5 minutes left.
No,
to go
it
into
No,
didn't.
because it was supposed to end under caution, but for some reason on the white flag it made it 1 to green. All they literally did was from when the pace car went in and then to the start finish line, that's the only part of the race they actually raced at the end. So they didn't, like, once you crossed the start finish line, it was over. So I think one of the guys was 19th, and because of that he finished like 22nd and couldn't make it.
Yeah.
Just for like a 800-foot thing, and no one said anything. They were just like, the broadcast stream was all crooked from it.
Yeah, it was definitely bad. It was I know this is a race that apparently according to them they're going to start doing more of these big money races for other places and trying to stray away from being a league so much. Yeah, it was very bad. I mean, there was guys that was upset. There was peak drivers that was in it that was upset. That I heard a few of them because they got wrecked in some races got their money back, and I think that's kind of BS. But that's probably just podium saving face. Other
Yeah,
than that,
if you keep the peak drivers happy, you can keep running your thing.
yeah. And I hate to say it, but other than peak, podium is probably the highest ranking league out there, especially more known because of the stuff they do there. And they do throw a lot of money into it, which is cool. If that's what you're into, that's fine. But this was definitely, the complaints started to pile up. Like I normally I've never heard anything the last 2 years, but now your microwaves you're burning the house, dude.
Dinner's done.
Anyway, so yeah, it's like this year I figured where they was so protective with iRace and I figured nobody would say a word, and there was people that was pretty upset about it and upset that they wasted their money, which
How much did it cost to enter? I
It
didn't know anything
was
about it. until-
$30.
$30.
yep, $30 or $35. It was one of those.
What was
And,
first place prize?
$1,000 and a brand new
rig.
sim rig. And
Huh.
something else, I think.
Probably. The highlight of it was Jonathan Wall, actually made the 500 and I believe finished 7th with a wrecked car on top of that. So he did have a legit shot to win, but us in the team speak listening to him, which was friggin' hilarious. I don't understand why I don't record while we race, but he.
We don't need the FBI hearing this.
Yeah, we really don't. But yeah,
Every one of us would be locked
he just
up
had
by
that.
now.
He had too much damage and really couldn't do what he needed to do. And I think he made out with about $100. So
Tripled his money.
yeah.
Beat that.
I'm trying to find a post somebody made about the podium esports race. It was definitely something else. I think hindsight being 2020, and I'm armchair as they say in the wrestling business, I'm armchair booking this. But if I was them, they should have ran a 2-week event. Should be no reason. People are paying money to race and have this chance. I think they should get the chance fully. Yes, the whole 30 laps or 30 minutes stuff was in the rule book, but come on. Like,
how can you make a 30-minute race at a track that almost takes a minute to get around at?
Yeah, like,
you should have made it at least a 45-minute race or an hour just to help with the cautions.
I mean, give them the laps. Don't time limit it. Let them give these guys a chance. If it's a wreck fest and they finish under caution because they've wrecked so much, so be it. You got your 30 laps in. That's all you can do. But no use time limiting it. Because there was guys that did get screwed over. I can't remember some people off the top of my head. I know there was a big name peak driver that missed it because of some stuff that did happen. So it's bad. I believe they also had a charity that they were supposed to give to, and they almost was going to give it to somebody else, but they got called out on it and they had to give it back. That's what I'm trying to find. I didn't want to misquote it, but I seen that. So I mean, other than that, man, do you think this comes back next year and people are gonna pay their money?
Oh yeah, they're gonna do it.
A lot of people think it's like, well, $30 is $30. If I win, I'll get $1,000. So, and a sim rig and something else. So,
I mean, $30
Risk
is not much money. I mean,
No,
if it was like 50 or
ultimately.
100, yeah, people should be pissed.
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I would never pay $35 to do something like that. Or
No, I agree
whatever
with
the
Diekmann. I would
price
never
is,
do that
so-
either.
Oh,
but
I wouldn't either, but
there's people that will. obviously.
Like, unless it's like iRacing hosting something like that, because they're a little bit more corporate and they can't afford the bad publicity. But when you have an independent entity inside of it, it's you run your own risk. You race at your own risk.
Buyer beware.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like for y'all, if you're gonna buy like a button box from someone online, someone's garage.
Yep. And yeah, other than that, I mean, I did get to see the podium race. The podium race in itself, whenever they got to the 500, was pretty good. But other than that, the behind the scenes mess was kind of killed it. There was one thing that was confusing us while we was watching the broadcast, where we was actually in the team speak with Jonathan Law, is a lot of those guys that were involved in that wreck got 2 laps back, got 2 waiver rounds. That's why I don't know if you noticed, a lot of guys were like, "Oh, I was 2 laps down and I came back into it." They were getting waiver rounds from that, and I still haven't got an explanation on what happened there, but I don't know.
Well, wasn't there also the picture of like a guy saying,
Oh,
here's your one goalable,
yeah.
here's your one freebie for
Yes.
too many pit boxes. And that was on a Twitch stream.
Yes. Oh, I believe Toby Weatherford shared it. I'll have to pull it up real quick.
Ooh, name drop.
Yes. Yeah, we were talking about it. Apparently, so in Podium Esports, they have a rule where you can you got 5 pit boxes in and 5 out. That's as far as you can go. The driver broke it. It was Logan Clampett. Logan Clampett got the penalty, and he got a personal message from an admin and told him this was his one get out of jail free card for 5 stalls. So
If that had been anybody else, they wouldn't have done nothing.
no,
They'd have slapped him with the penalty.
That's what a lot of people are kind of upset about. Is some of the Pete guys got a lot of love when the normal people didn't. The one that's going to pay majority of it. So other than that, is there anything else we need to cover before we head on out of here and I get my interview?
No. Can't think of anything.
Yeah, I think that's everything.
I think we're good.
Alrighty, boys. Thank you all for joining me. I guess attached to this will be the John Eric Diekmann sit-down interview.
Aha!
So,
Namaste.
Why does he get interviewed?
Because I'm Mr. Daytona, bitch.
No, he is. So, other than that, guys, we'll see you around. See you on the track, and have a good day. Ladies and gentlemen, you are in for a treat. We have a man who is starting his own... Shut up. Don't interrupt me. We have a man who is starting his own endurance league. We also have a man who, 20 years of trying, 20 years of frustration, won Daytona in the ERA K&N series. He pushed his... Oh, shut up. He pushed his team in the endurance series to win their split in the 24 Hours of Daytona. He is Eric. I won Daytona, Diekmann.
I thought it was just Mr. Daytona.
No, you're I won Daytona now. Shut
Alright,
up.
fair enough.
Alright. Anyway, how you doing, man?
Doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing fine. Been nice to get this interview. I think I'm probably 2 weeks behind on getting interviews with people, and I wanted to do this right when you guys won Daytona for the 24-hour race. But, yep, better late than never.
Yeah, no, it's been... I wish the guys were in here, but, it's hard to get 5 people together at the same time with all of our schedules, so... You got the best one.
Yeah, it sucks. I'll probably get them on down the line, so...
Yeah,
it is what it is. I guess we'll have the first question that I kind of ask everybody that it's been really interesting to find out how these guys got their love for racing. But where did your love for racing start?
So I've essentially just been obsessed with cars as a kid and never grew out of it. Like I actually still have some of my Hot Wheel cars from when I was like preschool and stuff. So just always have foundation or a fond of cars and my dad was a big in or started getting into NASCAR around the time I was born and started watching NASCAR with him, and then from there it just branched to every form of racing. Um, my first NASCAR race was 2002 when Jay McMurray substituted for Sterling Marlin and won. And I used to go to that Lowe's night race for years upon years until so from Jay McMurray's first win to Jeff Burns' last win in a 31 car was how long I went to those races. And sprinkling in Texas, going to Auto Club this year. I've been to Martinsville, so yeah, I just like to go to races and have fun.
And that's great. I think you're probably one of the most people that's been still in tune with NASCAR. I know some of us picked it up late. Like I said, I picked mine up in '98. So
Yeah,
other,
I mean, because I. Oh
go
no,
ahead.
go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you're good. Go ahead.
Oh no, yeah, because I remember I grew up not necessarily like I remember when Senior died, but I know I grew up being a Gordon fan just because my dad was he was a um what's his name? Steve no, what's not Steve Irwin, I'm an idiot. Irvin was his name.
Ernie Irvan.
Ernie Irvin. He was an Ernie Irvin fan because his first race he went to Daytona 500 that Ernie Irvin won. So that's so I didn't have any pull with him. So
Yeah.
Jeff Gordon was marketable to kids like me.
Right. I
It
think Ernie Irvan was out of the NASCAR by then.
He might
Around
have.
that-
He might
yeah.
have came back too. I don't know.
Concussions knocked him out. I think he
To say
was
the
in
least.
he was driving the Skittles 36 or the M&M's 36. I think he's
Yeah.
who Schrader replaced, but yeah. I'm getting off the yeah, whatever. Anyway,
Yes, we do that a lot.
So what started your love of racing games?
I would say probably. So I know I own like Super Nintendo, and I always forget it's like an F1. No, it's not. I don't think it was pole position.
F-Zero.
I don't know what it was. It was just Super Nintendo F1 racing game that I just started playing, and that was like my first fond memory of a racing game. But like the ones I can actually like say was Gran Turismo in the
Yeah.
PS2. I started playing that, and I was kind of late on the NASCAR racing games. I know I played NASCAR 03, 04, but always bought every racing game I could get. So I had like the IndyCar when they were under EA, Formula One, NASCAR, Forza, Gran Turismo, like whatever console I had, I tried to get as many racing games with it I could.
Yeah, I'm right there. My racing was on the Super Nintendo as well, so
Yeah.
I'm right with you on that.
We had like pixels in your car didn't actually move; it was just a track that moved around you.
Yeah, mine was like Bill Elliott's NASCAR Challenge and Days of Thunder, the game for Nintendo. So, yep. So yeah, you picked that up, and then as we all see now, online is a thing. So, I believe I met you on NASCAR 09.
Yeah.
But other than that, where did you hear about what league racing is?
God, you hear about it through like NASCAR series and stuff, but I was young. I think whenever I joined, God, was I still in middle school or was I in high school at that time? It's been so long.
Don't
I
make me
think I
feel
was
old.
yeah, dude, I think I was just entering high school, so like I was able to get like actually go online and play because that was back when your parents didn't trust the internet, unlike parents nowadays where they can give their kid a smartphone and couldn't care less where they go down that or down the internet. So I know like I was just able to get online and start playing and was in the lobby and because you just do drop in lobby races back in those days. And I think I forgot who I met, probably like John Gull or something. And ended up racing with you guys. It's been stuck ever since. Listened to ERA or once iCar now ERA.
Yeah, it's been a long, strange trip. It really has.
A lot of coming and going.
Yeah, law. Yeah, you was in and out the door a lot. I believe you did win our only caution-free Daytona race back in the iCar days.
That was the last one. I think was that the last race?
Could have
NASCAR
been.
09?
I think that might have been, or might have been the last race that last full season.
It was at least the last full season because that
Yeah,
was the last race of the year, wasn't it?
yeah, because I think the next year we did like the first 8 to 12 races on NASCAR 9, and then
and then the server shut down.
then the servers shut down, which was a sad day for a lot of us.
That's right. So yeah, that was because mainly there's a guy, some of them who know iCar, Kevin Dwight. He essentially just pushed me for the win that year for
Yeah.
that race. Without him, I probably wouldn't have won it. But yeah, that was a fun one. And then I had more success. I had the F1 league for a while.
Yeah.
Won a few races in that. Jay Wall had his V8 supercars, and I won my only championship was on that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's your one. Your
I do a lot
championship.
better on the road courses than I do on ovals.
Yeah. We also, I think you kind of skipped out of the NASCAR Inside Line era.
Yeah.
NASCAR the game. That era was garbage.
I don't buy crappy games. Like I'll buy racing games for that, or I'll buy racing games for racing, but that was just horrendous.
Yeah, that one, everybody just had so much hope because we haven't really been anywhere since NASCAR 09 at that point. So, yeah, we get down to that. We do F1. I believe you get deployed and go to the Navy. And you really didn't have much. You really was kind of in and out at that point, and then
I think that was also during Inside Line.
Yeah, that was during that era.
Yeah, all those whatever the Technic games were. I don't think I bought a single one.
Yeah, it was a mess. But
I just remember hearing you guys always complain about things like the bubble and whatnot.
Oh yeah, the good old bubble. So now we get into the world of iRacing. This is where it all came, coming to full circle. I think you did run an iCar for a little bit that year during your Navy time, and I think you did have to leave again. I think that's when you went to Oklahoma, and then your last iCar start was probably 2018.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, sounds about right.
I can't because like I said, I would just come in and out because of work or because of the military, so I couldn't fully commit, and at least you were gracious enough at that time to be cool with that. At least I had a good excuse. Some people would just do it for shits and giggles, but
yeah. No, you're absolutely right. Then 2019 rolls in, the ERA comes rolling in. So long iCar.
First year out of the Navy too. First race, win it.
Yep, won the 500. At the time, it was the 500 because at that point in time we didn't have anything else. So very exciting for you to get that win. I believe you want to say you finished 10th in points that year. I wish I would have had
good. I was doing good for a while in the points, and then I had to step away for a little bit.
Yeah, that's what happened. So
towards the end of the year, because I think I was battling for the top 3 or top 4 in points, and then I think after Kansas I didn't show up.
Yeah,
but yeah, because Daytona I only won that mainly because of J-Wall gave me one hell of a bump. He had nowhere to go. He had to pretty much bump me to get any position, so I was able to hold on and get the lead from that.
Yeah, and now you basically you've been getting in there a lot more this time around. You've been able to dedicate more time with it. Like I said, you guys won the Daytona 24, and so preparation for the 24. I know a lot of us guys are oval guys. Why don't you get into the whole preparation you and the team did, and what led to the big victory?
Yeah, so this is my second attempt. Pretty much we had the year before, we had Jesse Kaplan, Jonathan, Christopher, myself, Who was the Pennsylvania guy?
Uh,
Anthony Plumbo, and then one of his friends.
yeah.
Around like the 10-hour mark, we were in the top 3 battling. I think we drove the Ferrari that year, but ended up getting in a wreck from aggressive driving. Jesse Kaplan. And so after that, I would say we started ramping up, or we started testing at the end of December on which car we were going to race, and quickly concluded to the BMW. It was a faster car. And yeah, was able to recruit. J Wall, Kaplan was still in. Same with Jonathan Christopher, and then we brought Toby on board as well. Had a 5-man effort, and spent I don't know how many hours each time practicing lap by lap. So, I mean, I think even the day of the race, we were practicing till last minute.
Yeah, you guys had a few hiccups there. Jesse in the first 30 minutes almost put you guys in a hole there, which he did, but he buried it back out of it. I believe Toby ran out of gas.
That was kind of my fault.
Yeah.
That was a group failure on that one. It didn't have its hiccups. I mean, Jesse. The thing with Jesse is you're going to get the fastest lap times of the race, but you're also going to get the most dangerous driving. So you just got to hope that, with him, it's just you better hope you get the good, not the bad, or limit or minimize the bad as much as you can. And he did a really good job. He put down the fastest lap time by far. I think he ran a 141 something, and was able to just bang out laps while everyone else just held their own course. We ran out of fuel because of I was up for almost 24 hours at that point. I wake up 4:30 my time for work, and I was staying up for Toby, and Chops got online, and as soon as he got on, like, hey, you got this. We're pitting soon. Good night. And then as soon as I left, it was kind of like, wait, what? Because he was still waking up, and Toby was tired, getting ready to go in the pit, so he could go to bed soon. So a little bit of a goof, but it didn't hurt us. We still won by a few laps overall. And everyone drove a great race, ran the type of pace we had to. It helped that we didn't have any Daytona Pro type cars, so
Yeah. And y'all did it. I believe you won it by like 5 or 7 laps, if I'm not mistaken, which was amazing.
yeah, it was about 5 laps. I mean, the thing is with about 4 or 5 laps to go, it was maybe a 1 or 2 lap lead, or I think everyone's still on the lead lap. But whenever you're disabled, we were lucky to be able to set the pace of the race throughout.
Yeah.
And we were quickly able to. We went 2 laps down from the running empty, and we were able to just bow our way back. So a 7-lap swing for about 12 hours of the race.
Yeah, which was which is definitely amazing. So we go from that point to now we have the spark of a new endurance league that we talked about on this episode, and trying to get the pieces back up. I guess you're trying to really get in the running leagues again. I mean, this is your first official foray into running an iRacing league. I know like you said, you ran the F1 league. That was a Codemasters game on console. So, I guess from your perspective, how was it running a console league compared to how it is doing the computer league?
Well, I think when you run a console league, you're put in a box, so you can't really be. You could change I know for like F1, we would change the schedule around, so it's not like we're following the F1 calendar. We also, would kind of make like I don't know, we would like add different elements into it and make it different and better. But for the most part, you're stuck within what you can do. Whereas now it's wide open and you can run anything, any schedule, any setups, any lap points.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you do got a lot more freedom on the console side or on the computer side of it. But so, what's the future hold? I mean, where do you see the Endurance League going? Where do you see ERA going since you've been back and seeing how it's changed since the iCar days? You've been here just as long as I have.
Yeah, I think Toby and I are the longest ones besides you. I know
Ronnie.
Ronnie's been here for a while, yeah. And I guess, yeah. Wow, it's been that long. Holy crap. Well, I'll look up for like my league. The first season is just to get people interested. We're just trying to create a platform, kind of like how your K&N league is, to where you allow people to come in and race. We're having it experience and amateur drivers race together on the same track. So your GTE class is going to be C class and above, and your GT3 class is D and rookie class drivers. But hopefully we can expand to do like a full IMSA series where we can even add like a Daytona prototype or like the Audis or the Porsche prototypes into it to kind of create more of a realistic version of road racing. I don't know, maybe do some spin-off series like you guys have done as well. So, I think we'll just see where the first season goes. But ERA, it's kind of grown pretty quick. I'm kind of surprised how quickly you've been able to grow it. And, it'll be interesting to see what goes on from here. I mean, I think kind of like the next biggest thing is how big do you want it to go? Because
Yeah.
do you want to start like hosting races and putting it on some kind of Twitch stream, or are you kind of happy where you're at?
Yeah, I mean, eventually eventually the league is going to get to a crossroads, and we'll see how it goes from there. But I guess we'll get to that bridge when we get there. So yeah, Diekmann, I'd like to thank you for the time to take this little interview for us, and you got any parting words for everybody at listening?
Thanks for having me. I would just say, if you guys are interested in road racing, just message, any one of us is on the Daytona team. We would also like to get more people in so you can run multiple cars for these endurance races. I know like Bathurst is coming up to February 8th, but Sebring is coming up in March some time frame. And if you guys are interested in that, get your C-Class license, and we'll try to put some teams together and be kind of good to get more ERA teams out there, give us more of a chance to win. So,
Yep, awesome. Thank you for your time.
thanks for having me.